What if a single battle could define military genius for centuries to come? What if one commander, outnumbered and far from home, could completely annihilate the most powerful army of his time? In 216 BCE, during the Second Punic War, Hannibal Barca pulled off one of the most brilliant battlefield maneuvers in history at Cannae. His tactical mastery didn't just secure a stunning victory, it reshaped the art of war forever. But how did he do it? And why is Cannae still studied in military academies to this day? After crossing the Alps with war elephants and an army of diverse warriors, Hannibal had already humiliated Rome at Trebia and Lake Trasimene. But Rome, refusing to admit defeat, assembled its largest army yet, nearly 80,000 men, to crush him once and for all. The Roman strategy was simple: overwhelm Hannibal with sheer numbers. They placed their most elite forces at the center, believing they could break the Carthaginian lines through brute force. Hannibal, however, was prepared for them. Instead of resisting the Roman attack head-on, he had something far more devastating in mind. On August 2, 216 BCE, the battle began. Hannibal arranged his forces in a crescent formation, putting his weakest troops, Celts and Iberians, at the center, while keeping his strongest warriors, the Libyan infantry, on the flanks. As the Romans advanced, they pushed Hannibal's center backward, believing they were about to achieve victory. But this was exactly what Hannibal wanted. The more the Romans pushed forward, the more they became trapped. Hannibal's veterans on the flanks then swung inward, cutting off their escape. At the same time, Carthaginian cavalry led by Hannibal crushed the Roman horsemen and circled back to block the rear. In a matter of hours, Rome's massive army was completely surrounded. What was supposed to be their greatest victory turned into a slaughter. The Roman soldiers, packed tightly with no room to maneuver, were systematically cut down. Ancient sources claim that over 50,000 Romans were killed, a staggering loss that left Rome in shock. The aftermath of Cannae was horrifying. This wasn't just a defeat, it was an annihilation. The Roman Republic had never suffered such a catastrophic loss. Many historians believe Cannae was the single most lethal day of combat in history. But despite Hannibal's brilliance, this victory would not bring him the ultimate prize: the fall of Rome. After Cannae, Hannibal had the chance to strike Rome directly. His officers urged him to do so, but he hesitated. The reasons? His army, though victorious, was exhausted and far from home. He lacked siege equipment needed to breach Rome's formidable walls, and most critically, Rome refused to surrender. Instead, the Republic reorganized, adapted, and ultimately outlasted Hannibal's campaign. Though he never conquered Rome, Hannibal's tactics at Cannae became legendary. His double envelopment maneuver is still studied by modern military strategists, proving that intelligence and strategy can defeat brute force. Hannibal's victory at Cannae was a masterclass in military strategy, but it also teaches us something deeper. Even the greatest victories aren't always enough to win the war. But this wasn't the end of Hannibal's story. What happened after Cannae? How did Rome turn the tide against its greatest enemy?